Sailing Prepper here. Sorry it's been a little while before I put a movie in, or a video. Either way, this is important. Folks, get ready for World War III. With the stuff that's going on in the China Seas now, I don't know if you've been keeping track of it, with India making a pact with Japan, America going in for things, we have a really good possibility for World War III. So if you're a prepper, get prepping. If you're a sailor, prep your sails and get ready because you might have to go somewhere safe. Bugging out. Regardless what side you pick. Okay? I know where I stand. The rest of y'all stand wherever you want. On other news with this, with the possible buying of TikTok, I suggest anybody who's using TikTok, bail out now. Because all of your information that would have been safe otherwise is no longer safe. Okay? You guys don't realize this. Okay? TikTok is owned by China. And due to the fact that it's owned by China, I would suggest that you think of it this way. What's China going to do with your information? Nothing. What is the US going to do with your information? Now look at your history with the United States. Okay? Facebook and other programs like that. Programs like what we're using here. The censorship that's been happening. Take a look at it. Okay? A real serious look. And in that process, understand, who do you really have to worry about if you're an American? Yeah. Use your head, people. That's just common basic knowledge. And that has nothing to do with the government either. That just has to do with the actual corporations like Facebook and Google and Amazon, and look at what they've done already. You don't have to take my word for it. Look at what they've done. Look at how many times they've gone to court. Do I trust China or them? I trust China, because even if China is stealing my information, what are they going to do with it? Whoop-de-doo. Now, does Facebook and all them do with it? Quite a bit. Employees who fire people for stuff that Facebook shows to their employers. So, yeah, if you're an American, now you've got to do it. What else? So if you got TikTok and it's really being sold, end it. That's make it go belly up. Make them use money. In this particular case, make them use a lot of money. Okay? Now, Bitcoin is going up. They haven't done it yet for America, but PayPal has millions of people on PayPal. You probably have it yourself. And if you're into cryptocurrency like I am, having PayPal used for crypto is a good thing. Overseas, they are. Now, I had a little problem with my Cash App, if anybody can explain it to me, but apparently I can still use my bank card and purchase things online or outside, but it's not registering my Cash App. So, due to that factor, I have to say, I'm wondering what's going on. I'm going to be calling my bank and finding out what's going on, hopefully, first thing in the morning. But like I said, PayPal, that will drag crypto way up. Anyways, I don't know why his electric was going on. But yeah, So, hey, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, so yeah, start preparing, folks. I suggest get your first aid kits as much as possible. Stock up on non-perishable food items. Uh, we probably have about 2-3 months before we find out how serious this is going to get. So this is your time. And it might not get serious. I hope it doesn't. God, I hope it doesn't. I hope it doesn't ruin anything with me. I hope that, it doesn't make my life harder. Oh, because hopefully by spring I can get out of here, and that's actually where I intend on going, is over in Asia. Everybody who knows me knows that I want to go over to Asia. I have family in Asia. I miss Asia. I've been over there. Um, I hate to see them fighting each other. I don't want to see Asia going to war. Okay? America's in the middle of a civil war, but the rest of our news isn't showing it like if you look at international news. There's actually some serious stuff going on, regardless what you think of it. My opinion on that is really simple. Anyone being violent, unless they feel they have to because they're being threatened, I can understand. I can understand when the cops got shot. Well, that's an eye for an eye. By the way, Donald Trump, if you ever do see this, or if anybody wants to share this to him, you said an eye for an eye, basically. You said the people that shot those cops should get the death penalty. I agree with you. However, that should also go with for the cop that actually killed George Floyd and all those other cops that have murdered innocent people. They should get the death penalty. I agree. That make it fair. Murder is murder. Fine. You murder someone, they get the death penalty. That would solve your whole thing right there. Because you know what? At the very least, then it's fair. And that's why we're having all these protests and all this stuff going down. Yes, there's people that are adding into it, but in reality, in the beginning, this was about people being murdered. And I don't care if you're white or black, because this happened to an autistic child, which was white. The key problem in both of these situations are cops. Officers of the law need to go to prison. You kill a 12-year-old autistic child, you need to go to prison. Okay? You kneel on a man's neck and kill him, you need to go to prison. No excuse. You kill a cop in cold-blooded murder, fine. Go to prison. But if those rules aren't being followed, then yeah, they're right. I mean, regardless if they're right by law, they're still right. Okay? Because you're not following the rule of law. That doesn't mean squat anymore. The rule of law only counts if all parties are bound to it. All parties. If all parties are not bound to the rule of law, then it doesn't mean squat. When you declare war on innocent countries, drive them out for oil, by the way, that's 90% of the Americans' involvement in the South China Seas is oil. It has nothing to do with anything else. Human rights, all that, they're just blowing smoke up here, you know what. Take a look at all the human rights abuses by countries that we're friends with. And you don't have to look far. All right, well, this is going to be about 10 minutes, I guess. Either way, word of warning, get ready to pack up. I'm hoping this stuff doesn't hit the fan until spring. I need to get everything ready and done. All right, Sailing Prepper, signing out. Stop using TikTok. It's being bought out by the U.S. government. All right. Oh, And in the most famous words of a man I do admire, when the government lies, the truth becomes a traitor. Quoting Jesse Ventura.